Alright, today's game actually comes from a stream I did, so the quality is going to be a little bit worse, but it should still be perfectly viewable. Alright, so we're going to be playing, oh, poor Rayquaza EX. Your life partner, Eelektrik, rotated out, but Emboar is still here for you to provide you with energy to do stuff with. And we're going to get to go first, and we're going to get a triple Tepig start, which is pretty good because my opponent flips over a Team Plasma kyurem, which likes to eat bacon all the time. We are going to probably use the Skyla for a Tropical Beach. We run pretty similarly to a Blastoise deck. You know, it's kind of the fire analog, I guess. And Rayquaza is kind of the analog to Black Kyurem EX with Black Ballista. So we're going to Floatstone this bench Tepig just in case it wants to be a catcher target, I guess. And I could attach that fire, but I don't really want to commit a fire energy to a Tepig. So we're just going to beach for only for 3. But we get 2 supporters and some energy, so that's good. And there's a water on that Kyurem, and deoxys down. We get end. Still got a supporter, maybe not quite as good a hand. I don't know. We do have a Mewtwo down though, so we're gonna be able to start powering that up. And there's a Team Plasma Ball for a deoxys, and yeah, I'm making Mewtwo sweat. Mewtwo of course only has 170 HP, so the way Kyurem's math works out, you really only need 2 deoxys EX to do Blizzard Burn, plus 130 from Silver Bangle or Hypnotoxic Laser for the Verbank, and then deoxys with the additional 20 to push it from 150 to 170. So he's already got all the deoxys he's gonna need. He just decides to use my beach for 3 or 4 cards, and I think we're just gonna Juniper this hand away. Of course, I drew a Juniper when I already had one. That seems to happen to me a lot. We're gonna bench this Rayquaza, so we got down 2 guys who can use some energy. And, you know, we don't have a rare candy, we have an Emboar. We do play a Pignite in this deck. So we're going to Ultra Ball away and then be able to use Beach for a couple cards. And what are we going to get rid of? I actually would like to use that Silent. I certainly don't want to get rid of the Juniper. So, and I can't get rid of the Emboar either. So I guess that leaves we're going to have to get rid of the Fire and the Superior Energy Retrieval. Sucks to have to get rid of an awesome card like that, especially when we discard our energy. But this way we will, if this hand stays, we will get an Emboar out on the next turn. And in fact, we beach into, holy crap, a bunch of 3 supporters and a rare candy. Yeah. So at least we're going to be able to get an Emboar down and then have out to an easier second Emboar later. My opponent puts down a 3rd Deoxys, which, you know, it's feasible. There could, I guess, theoretically be a 180 HP EX in this deck. But, yeah, it's not going to be necessary. I don't believe we run Reshiram EX, which Kyurem would murder that anyway. But he puts down a 4th Deoxys, and I don't really know why you do that, especially when your opponent only has 170 HP EXs. You know, it's going to put Blizzard Burn's base at 160, and you're still going to need a Silver Bangle, I guess. Unless you're running Laser with not counting on Verbank being out is the only explanation I can imagine. That will make the math work out pretty well for that. But anyway, we do indeed get a Silver Bangle down. And, yeah, looking for any kind of energy here. It's already got a filled up hand. I'm not going to be able to use Beach. There is looks like a basic Lightning Energy, actually. And that's a 140. That's a Frost Spear for 140, by the way. Yeah, weakness and 4 Deoxys. So we're going to push up this Mewtwo. And I guess we're going to just start barreling in with X-Ball. Now we have a myriad of supporters we can use. First off, we're definitely going to rare candy into this Emboar. Save that Pignite for an easier evolution later. And we have 4 different supporters we can play this turn. My opponent's hand is pretty big, so N wouldn't be too bad. But right now, I've got my Emboar in play. I've got some attackers out. I kind of just want to get some energy on board, really. X-Ball's going to have to be a 2-hit KO. You know, pretty much no matter what. So we're just going to probably focus on getting an X-Ball and start getting Rayquaza ready, I guess. You know, I guess I could theoretically put all my eggs in the Mewtwo basket, but that would be what? That would be a total of 4 plus 2. That's only 120, so that's not even enough to knock out the Kyurem. So we're just gonna focus on a small X-Ball for 80 damage for 2 energy. That's yeah. We're just gonna get the Lightning and the Fire onto Rayquaza to prepare for a follow-up Dragon Burst. 160 damage is gonna be enough. It's only got, I believe, 50 HP left after that. So we can certainly see just another Water Energy and a Blizzard Burn would be enough for the knockout here. The Silver Bangle is going to push it over the top, and actually I don't think I would even need Silver Bangle with that extra damage right now, but we're going to get End. And we had a handful of like 4 supporters, and now we have no supporters. But, well, we do have some energy. I guess that's a thing, too. And we have a catcher, so that might be alright. And we have a switch if Emboar were to get captured, although right now Emboar would probably die if it were to get captured. Frost Spear would actually not knock it out right now. Emboar's got 150, unlike Blastoise who has 140. But yeah, looks like off that in, he whiffed. He got a Colorless Machine onto the bench kyurem, but he whiffed the water energy to be able to use Blizzard Burn. So we top deck an in, and that's pretty nice. We're gonna probably Fandango down that fire energy and maybe hold on to the lightning. You know, it's kind of tempting, and maybe want to put that lightning down and we can get an emergency Dragon Burst, as I like to call it, for 120, discarding the lightnings instead of the fires, which is the reverse of how Eelektrik would do it, but you know. Yeah, we're gonna get a knockout with X-Ball this turn, and I think I'm just gonna hold on to this end. We're only gonna take one prize from the kyurem, so we're still gonna draw 5 cards, which is decent. And you know, he's got 4 cards right now. He would go up to 6 after he draws for the turn. So if he gets this Mewtwo knockout, he's gonna go down to only having 3 cards, 4 when he starts his turn, which will be a much better swing with N. So we're just gonna hold on to it this turn, and we actually get a Juniper out of the prizes, which is always a nice thing to fish out for late game when you get End. But he pushes up a Deoxys, which kind of tells me that he doesn't have a water energy in hand. Yeah, well, let's see where this goes. Now, Deoxys is a pretty good attacker against Mewtwo, but this Mewtwo that I have active only has like 40 HP, so Frost Spear is going to be plenty sufficient. And there's a Floatstone on the benched Deoxys, actually, which seems kind of interesting, you know. If there's going to be a supporter played this turn, you may as well attach to the Floatstone the active, and then, you know, retreat, and then that'll be on the bench. We see a lightning type come down, and I'm like, that doesn't look like a Thundurus EX, and it's not. It's actually a Zapdos EX, which, you know, Deoxys powers up agility, so if you can keep flipping some lucky heads, I can maybe see that working. But certainly not something you see in the Team Plasma deck very often at all. But yeah, again, a Color Energy whiff. Only a Plasma Energy came down on that Deoxys. So, we have 3 switch here. You know, I was really expecting this Mewtwo to go down and be able to end my opponent to lower cards. Looks like we're just gonna hit with X-Ball for 60. I still want to play this into 3, I guess. There's another Colorless Machine. Where's this one gonna go to? It's got a, looks like there is a Blend and a Plasma on this kyurem, and he puts on the kyurem. I'm not sure what the benefit to that is, unless maybe you really want to retreat it. You know, he's gonna be able to Frost Spear this turn. I believe that's a Blend anyway. Looks like one. But yeah, there's not really much reason to put 2 Plasma Energy on a kyurem. You know, it's could go better on literally anyone else. Maybe even Zapdos for powering up that Power Volt attack. Needs a Plasma Energy to do respectable damage. And even then, it's not that great. We got a Colress for 8, and that was a Colress Machine, so he could still get a another Water Energy down and maybe take the Frost Spear, but or the Blizzard Burn. But that's not even necessary. He just needs to Frost Spear. Yeah, at least I think that's a Blend. I could be wrong. I think that was the previous kyurem that had the lightning. But he's certainly thinking, and okay, yeah, here we go. There's a Frost Spear for the knockout, and 30 more on this Rayquaza. So we're going to be able to get the knockout with a Dragon Burst for 120. Mewtwo did do a little bit of damage there, and now that Mewtwo finally got knocked out, I can play this in. We could scrap for that Floatstone. I don't really see that being too relevant right now. I'll save it for perhaps a Silver Bangle that gets put on a preemptive kyurem. So yeah, we're going to end down to 5, or I'm thinking about it. But we're probably going to end up ending down to 5 cards, put him down to 3. And we get another Rayquaza down, we get a Lightning down, and it would be kind of nice to beach, but we're just going to go ahead and Dragon Burst, discard our 2 fires, and get that energy off the board, and really remove any sort of threatening attacker. You know, we'll have time to beach later. We get an Emboar out of the prizes, so that'll be a second Emboar for us next turn. There's a catcher onto the Pignite, actually, and yeah, we do have another end, so we're going to be able to play that, I guess. There's a Plasma Badge onto the Zapdos, so that makes me wonder what else he plays to really need the Plasma to run Plasma Badge. But anyway, we're going to get down this Emboar, and I could get it out of the active spot, so we have 2 Emboar in play now, or I could with Skyla for a Floatstone, or I could perhaps use an N, and you know, he just used Beach, so putting him back down to 3 cards, giving him limited options during his turn and forcing him to Beach again. That might be alright too. We're going to go ahead and Tool Scrapper, get rid of the Floatstone. I'm actually going to think about, yeah, I'm going to leave the Plasma Badge, just in case for some reason he wants to, you know, try to float stone the Zapdos. It really doesn't accomplish anything by discarding that. So we decide to end, and I actually get a switch and a float stone off the end, so that's good. That's kind of what I was looking to get off that. And I think we're just gonna float stone the Emboar. I could burn a switch to beach for one more card. We're likely gonna beach this turn. We're just gonna fandango that energy onto the fresh Rayquaza, and we're gonna beach for 5. And fill up our hand and see what we get. He says, "Thank you for letting me keep the plasma badge." Yeah, there's not much reason to tool scrap for that one away. So yeah, he's just got a field full of deoxys and a Zapdos. No kyurems out right now, which is going to be my main concern, of course. There's a Skyro bridge, so he's going to counter the beach. Probably a painful decision, since he might like to use that beach this turn. But looks like he's actually gonna get a Juniper off that, so that's gonna provide him with some other stuff. Maybe he can get a Kyurem going on this turn, or perhaps a Thundurus EX. Get that powered up and start trying to do something. Although there's not gonna be a Kyurem on the bench to ride a Knuckle too. Looks like a double colorless energy on that Zapdos. It's got free retreat now thanks to Skyro Bridge. He's gonna retreat for free into the Deoxys with the plasma energy attached, actually. And yeah, other than Mewtwo, I don't really use anyone who keeps their energy on the field, so Helix Force, not that threatening of a thing. We do have the superior energy retrieval that we got off that 5-card beach, and we got a couple other attackers now too. So we're in a Fandango, and we are going to just build up this benched Rayquaza, and we have a catcher and a superior ER. We can actually get rid of both these attackers, I guess. We're probably not going to need them. I don't have any more lightning energy to power up another Rayquaza, and with that, we're going to be able to Fandango. Yep, we're going to put that one right there, and we're going to just slap the other 3 onto the other Rayquaza. Boom, 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 boom. And yeah, he only has EXs in play, so even though we're behind right now, we're just going to take 2 knockouts, and it should be the game. We already have enough energy on board to get the knockouts on the active, and whatever comes up next, unless it's maybe an agility flip heads, but we have a catcher to catcher around that if need be. So we're going to take 2 prizes here. We get a shiny Emboar, so I actually had 2 of my 3 Emboar prized in this game. I only run a 4-1-3 line, and he gets a Juniper, which is really good, because that means that we have the game locked up. If that had been an end, then maybe we would not, but most likely we still would have. We can just retreat for free with Skyro and bring up the other Rayquaza. But yeah, he puts down a full art Lugia, unless there is a Kyurem that comes down to make me only take 1 prize. Even though we have the catcher around that, so there's just really no 2 ways about it right now. We have the win in hand, and it didn't get in the way. So yeah, I'll be so glad when and lose the format. But anyway, we're just gonna catch her out just because I'm paranoid that somehow there was an agility used that turn. We're just gonna retreat, catch her up to Lugia, and Dragon Burst for the win. So yeah, we were able to survive the Kyurem. He had some, I'm not gonna lie, he had some horrible luck whiffing energy. That certainly would have made our lives harder, but we were able to get out a quick Emboar and rain down some fire energies on Rayquazas and Mewtwo's, and yeah, take this game. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll have TCGO stuff up periodically. We have other stuff going on the channel right now, but we will still have, every so often, we will still keep on playing some TCGO. So thanks for watching, and see you guys next time. Later days.